welcome to today's video. And in today's video, I'll be doing a 2020, I guess, alternate history, potential election that never happened, or probably won't ever happen. Amy Klobuchar versus Donald Trump. I'm going to start by labeling all of, Klobuchar's safe states. Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii, and then everything over here that's normally safe. Maine's first would be safe, and Illinois would be safe. Trump would get Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana. Could see Montana end up being likely. I don't see it. Same with Nebraska's first. Kansas, I think that Klobuchar is probably weaker than Biden, with the white rural vote. And I don't see her being significantly better or even better in general in the suburbs, to the point where it would be likely. For Klobuchar's likely states, not Trump's likely states, seeing likely Colorado is kind of weird. For Klobuchar's likely states, Colorado, New Mexico, Virginia, and New York is safe. New Hampshire, Maine, and Minnesota. So, in Colorado and New Mexico, I don't see her being better than Biden, with the white rural vote. And I think she'd probably maybe do slightly better with the Hispanic and Latino vote. Keeping them both likely. Virginia, she's probably going to do pretty decent in these DC suburbs. Um, Maybe do slightly worse, slightly better than Biden. Very similarly, there'll probably be a similar margin of victory in New Hampshire. I don't see her doing poorly enough with white rural college educated voters. Maine at large, pretty inelastic. Biden went by 9%. She'll probably win by more like 8%. Minnesota, Mick, this is her home state. I think she won by a pretty large margin of victory in the Senate race. She'll probably win by like 9 or 10%. For Trump's likely states, he's going to get Alaska, Texas, South Carolina, Iowa, Ohio, Maine second, and that is it. So, in Alaska, I mean, it was likely in 2020. We're likely going to see it be probably like R plus 11, or we would likely see it be R plus 11 in 2020, because Trump's just going to do better with oil workers against Klobuchar than he would with Biden. Although I could see it being like just R plus 9, so even closer. Texas, I mean, like, she might do better with Hispanic and Latino voters. But I don't necessarily know that she would. And I also don't necessarily see her being amazing with the white rural vote. It could easily be a high lean, though. That's not outside the realm of possibility. South Carolina was likely in 2020. She's probably going to be slightly worse with the white rural vote. Ohio, Iowa, Maine second. She's probably going to be worse with the white rural vote. Or she might be decent for the working class in Ohio. But it probably wouldn't be enough, and they'll probably all still be likely. For her lean states, Nevada, Nebraska second, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. So in Nevada, I mean, like, Trump's gonna probably do better with the white rural vote, and she's probably gonna be pretty average with the Hispanic and Latino vote. So she'll probably win it by less, or she would probably win it by less than Biden did, but a lean margin nonetheless. Michigan, I mean, like, actually, I'm gonna take away Pennsylvania. Michigan, she's not gonna do poorly enough for the working class, and she's not gonna do bad enough in the Detroit area. For Trump's lean states, he actually doesn't have any. Everything else is tilt state. For Klobuchar's tilt states, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Trump's Arizona, Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina. So, oh, by the way, Nebraska's second. She's going to do probably slightly worse in the suburbs than Biden. I could see her doing better, though. Arizona, I just don't see Klobuchar getting the support with the Hispanic and Latino. But actually, well, I actually think she will. I don't know why I give it to Trump. I think I actually, when I did this prediction earlier, I gave it to Klobuchar, and then I guess I just thought it went to Trump because I gave him because I gave him Georgia. But no, she's definitely gonna carry Arizona. I mean, like, she's not gonna do poorly enough for the Hispanic and Latino vote. She might do better in the suburbs than Biden. She's probably gonna do better with traditional conservatives. If not pretty average, maybe a tiny bit worse. But she would still probably if nearly carried it. In Wisconsin, she's not weak enough for the working class. Against most other Republicans, I give it to her lean. But I don't see her doing poorly enough for the working class. I don't see her doing poorly enough in a lot of these bigger cities. Although we could see less turnout, which could hurt her. In Pennsylvania, I mean, like, she's gonna do pretty bad with the rural, but she'll probably do pretty decent in Pittsburgh. Not gonna do amazing in Philly, but it'll do. She'll probably get enough anti-Trump turnout to be able to do it. And then in the South and North Carolina, I mean, like, I see her probably doing pretty decent with the working class in the West. Oh, actually, Trump's just gonna do well enough with the rural vote, and I don't see her having much more suburban strength than Trump to the point where or than Biden, even if any more suburban strength at all, to the point where it slipped down to Till in Georgia. I mean, like, I just don't see her getting the support in like Atlanta and the suburbs, and I just see her getting slightly worse for the rural vote. I just don't see her getting the turnout needed. I could see it though. It's not outside the realm of possibility. And I also just see her getting slightly worse for the rural vote. Florida, they just tend to like moderates more. She'll probably do better in Miami, which will give Trump a narrow margin of victory. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like below. Stay tuned for my next video tomorrow. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I know this video is really short. I'm so sorry about that. Please comment your suggestions down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.